Hello and welcome to Market House, the podcast where we talk all things Disney. My name's Caleb.
And I'm Caitlin.
And this week we talk about the Disney Believe. Let's dive in. All right, and this is episode number 234.
Welcome back, as always, everybody.
Welcome back. It has been quite the week for this house.
Yeah.
We've had ups and downs, great moments and not so great moments. Let's start with the great ones. We showed Maddie Enchanted for the first time.
She loved it.
I loved it. She loved it.
We love it in general.
Caitlin loved it. It reignited my love for that film. It is so good and the music is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just so fun.
It's amazing.
It doesn't get enough love. I know it's like a well-liked movie. It wasn't like, when it came out, people were like, that was dumb. It was good.
You can't beat the cast either.
It's so
Amy
good.
Adams, Patrick Dempsey, and I don't know the prince's name.
Did I already mention this? Because we talked about McDreamy last week.
Yeah, we did. Well, we're here again. We watched it again.
It's on like every other day in the house, so sorry. And actually, perfect segue into why I'm so sleep deprived and I'm forgetting things is poor Maddie is sick again.
I know.
This girl is on the struggle bus. So we've had like so many transitions. We're doing the potty training. She's doing well with that. And then we're going from a crib to a big girl bed. She's doing great with that. Mm-hmm. And then on top of it, every single time we do some kind of transition, I don't know if her body's like freak out. So
yeah, she's a little sicky right now. But
we've been up like we legit maybe 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Maybe got 4 hours of sleep per night. It has
Yeah.
been, and I feel so bad for her because she's just not feeling well. But we've been struggling. It has been a lot. But last night we all got some decent sleep. We're on the up and up. Caitlin took one for the team. And cuddled up with Maddie on that little mattress, and you guys made it work.
it was nice.
But I think Maddie just needs a little bit of love to kind of make it through the nights when she's sick. So.
I'm happy she I'm happy she was able to sleep through the night. So.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what's going on. So if we're a little loopy, if we're not making sense, or if I say things incorrectly, give us a little grace. We've been dealing with a sick child. And then on top of it, we're going to a wedding.
Yes, which we're really excited about because Maddie's actually in the wedding.
Yes.
So
she's a flower girl. So we're going to get her all juiced up or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she'll be fine.
Yeah.
But she's already improving. It's just,
she's not contagious or anything. I don't want people to think that we're, not like that.
No. But it's just a lot. It's just a lot going on. We're excited.
Yeah.
But a lot.
Yeah.
So again, I apologize if I mess some stuff up, but we'll get into it right now. Let's not take up too much more time chatting about this stuff. Patreon, markethousepodcast.com/support is where you can find out some more information about that. We'd love to have you over there. It is a fantastic group of people that choose to support the show every single month. $5 a month gets you exclusive content over there. Feel free to join us. It's also linked in the episode description. Also, please consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Both are a huge help with the show. You can leave a 5-star rating on both platforms and a written review on Apple, and we'll read it on the show. All right, let's get into the Disney news. All right, for our first news story, we are headed over to Disney World. It's a short but sweet one. The Haunted Mansion, the scrim has finally come down. So if you weren't aware, the Haunted Mansion was under refurbishment, and they had scrim all over the building. No one really knew what was going on. They removed most of it. There's still a little bit up, but most of it has been removed, and it revealed a new paint job.
Oh, wow.
Completely new.
I had no idea it was under construction.
Yeah, the bricks are now slightly darker. Okay. I don't know if they were just cleaned maybe. I don't know how bricks work, or if they legit painted the bricks, but they look a little darker.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they have to do that because that sun, over time.
I'm sure. Yeah. And then the trim, I don't know, ornamental pieces around the building, instead of being like a beige color that kind of blended in with the brick, is now gray. So it stands out way more. They also added some like green stuff to the metal work, and there's a lot of little nuanced additions to it. And apparently this is what it mostly looked like back when it first opened in the 70s. It's kind of going back to that look.
Nice. I'll have to look at it.
It looks really good. I think the gist of what they did. I don't know if they did anything inside, but a new paint job for the Haunted Mansion. And for our final news story, we are headed over to Disney World. They have new trash cans.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm talking about trash cans, but we are. These are actually pretty neat. They're like trash compactors. So they're powered, of course, by solar energy. So they have solar panels on them. and they use this energy to squish the trash. So
That's awesome.
you open the door, it locks eventually and squishes it all down, and so it can fit more trash. So it's probably more efficient. You have to change them less often for the staff, right, for cast members. So pretty neat, but it has also introduced some problems for people, apparently, that have never used trash cans before. They don't know how to use them. And so people have been just dumping their trash on top of the trash cans and leaving trays out.
Are you serious?
They've been shoving trash in the handles because they don't know how to open it, I guess. Apparently guests have just been confused. And so Disney, and I'm not kidding, had to release an instructional video a couple days ago on how to use the new trash cans.
They were putting their trash on top of the trash can?
Yes.
Why not just go find another trash can?
Don't know.
Oh, dear.
So they're rolling these out. They're starting to appear all throughout the parks. I know it's not fully rolled out yet. So as you see them, just know that you can push it down with your foot. There's a really big lever on the bottom that's clearly made for your foot. You step down on it and it opens up the door. I know Caitlin and I are going to love this because we don't have to touch the trash door anymore.
Yeah.
You just push it with your foot, which is pretty awesome. So it opens the door up and you throw your food in there. And then, or if you don't have the ability to use your foot, or if you just want to use your hand, you do have the option of just pushing the door open like the old trash cans worked.
Sweet.
And then finally, there's another variant, specifically over by Tiana's, that has a huge handle. So it's very apparent that you can pull it down and then you throw your trash in there. I don't understand the confusion. Disney's released a video, so if you're confused, go watch the video and use these new trash cans appropriately. But Disney improving the trash can experience. All right, and that brings us to our main segment of this week's episode, and that is the Disney Believe. We're going to be doing some guessing, some speculation, some armchair imagineering about the new Disney Believe. This is DCL's newest ship that's going to debut sometime in late 2027. No specific date has been announced yet. That's supposed to be coming soon, but we are expecting the 4th Wish class ship sometime next year, and we know it's called the Disney Believe, and we know that it is based off of, let me tell you what Disney has said specifically. It is inspired by promise, possibility, and what lies beyond the horizon.
Ooh.
That's all we know. And I think they did mention at some point classic Disney and classic Pixar or something.
Yeah, almost like a collab in some sort.
Yeah. So Disney/Pixar themed cruise ship, which is right up my alley.
Yeah, seriously.
It's going to be fantastic. They did release a teaser video for the Believe reveal, which is going to be October 7th. It'll be a live stream, and that will be the official unveiling of what this is going to be, what the specific theming is going to be throughout the ship, and more details, that Disney official details.
Right. So this is very similar to the one, if you guys watched the treasure video or where they unveiled everything, this is where they went through and someone was going through a map.
It's kind of cheesy, but
I love it though, because it was a fun way to go around the ship. So it's going to be very similar to that. Obviously just different theming.
Yes. Historically, you can find all the characters and movies they use in the teaser videos on the ship somewhere. So whether it be a room theme, the Grand Hall character, what have you, if it's in the teaser video, it will somehow show up on the ship. We just don't know how, where, when, why, and all that good stuff. So it is going to be our job to try and guess from the teaser video, the movies they showed on there, where they're going to fit in on this new cruise ship. We are definitely not the first to do this. There have been many podcasters and YouTubers that have tried to do this, and we're just going to try and stumble through this. It's really hard to try and guess all of it because you just don't know what they're going to do.
Well, and especially when you think of one theme, you're like, oh, that would be great here. But then you're like, but it would also be great here, and they can't do both. So which one wins?
Yeah, exactly. The categories are, we have to think of the Grand Hall theme and the character, the statue that's in there. The restaurant, the one that's not Marvel and 1923. There's always a unique one on each of the ships. Think of Pride Lands, Coco, and Arendelle. And then a stage show, room theming, lounges, and then finally the stern character. So the thing that's hanging off the back of the ship. That one's a little more on the random side. So I will say that is the only one that's the exception to the rule. We only use the things that were shown on the video. That's the exception, is that one is kind of random. And previously in other releases, they have not really shown that in the teaser reel. All right, let's talk about the movies that we saw represented in the video and that we have to work with. We've got Monsters, Inc., Inside Out, Encanto, Tangled, Snow White, Little Mermaid, Frozen, Zootopia, Big Hero 6, and finally Moana. Let's go back to what Disney came out with. It is inspired by promise, possibility, and what lies beyond the horizon. That leads me to my first one, the Grand Hall and the character included in the Grand Hall, Moana.
Yeah, we think it's a Moana theme. Obviously, number one being What Lies Beyond is just a line in the new Moana 2 soundtrack, which we love. I think Moana would be awesome. They showcased the new Broadway-style show on The Treasure, and it was amazing. It needs its own thing. You know, it has the theming, the Moana theme in, the Cove Cafe, Cove Bar? The coffee shop.
Yeah,
I always get confused.
Yeah, it's Cove Cafe.
And so they have that theming, but I'm like, I feel like having like a Polynesian theme in the Grand Hall and then having Moana right in the middle of it literally like encompasses adventure.
Believe
in magic.
We got to go back to
believe
the
in yourself, which is all the whole thing that she's about. And so I think that'd be awesome. And having someone other than a traditional, just like princess, like Cinderella or something.
Yeah. I mean,
that'd be awesome.
They kind of did that with the Destiny as well with Black Panther.
Yes,
he's not a princess,
awesome.
clearly.
Awesome.
Very Marvel themed and kind of out of the box a little bit. So I would love to see them do this for the Believe with Moana. And then also look how well they did with the Polynesian theming with Walt Disney World. That resort is beautiful. And so I think they can absolutely do a fantastic job with a poly themed Grand Hall.
Right.
Next up, let's talk about the restaurants. This is the themed restaurant. Keep in mind that this restaurant has to have good music because all the other ones do. Frozen, Coco, and Lion King, of course. And it has to have some characters they can slap up on the stage and walk around the restaurant and kind of interact with guests.
Yeah, this one was a little tricky for us because originally when we saw the Monsters, Inc. kind of little teaser snippet in there, we're like, oh my gosh, what if they did like Harryhausen's?
Which they did on the Adventure.
Right.
When I can see them kind of copying and kind of borrowing from the Adventure because it is not a US-based ship. So they won't consider it kind of like too much, if that makes sense.
But it's not the same as the ones currently over here where it's like there's singing, there's dancing. That's not in Harryhausen.
No.
So we kind of got rid of that one. Then we kind of thought, oh, what if they did, was Moana one of them that we thought?
We thought about Moana because of like almost
having
like
Polynesian food. That would be amazing. And then of course,
I can still see it being a possibility. I think casting for, which we've already seen with the Moana stage show, casting for those characters is really tough. The only reason I think that I've voted this out in my head is that casting for these characters for the stage would be kind of tough, let alone like a stage show and then doing the restaurant every single night. I think it'd be kind of tough to do.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it would also make a fantastic restaurant. I think we're going to settle on something here that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And has really good cuisine. Encanto.
Yes, more specifically because on the Treasure they do have Coco. This just kind of seems like it's hand in hand. You have the soundtrack of Encanto that everybody loves. Everything is bright, colorful. There's a huge cast that you can bring on.
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say really quickly before someone goes like, well, we already have Coco, which is Mexican. Keep in mind that Encanto's Colombian. So
exactly.
Colombian food, which is probably slightly different. Again, I haven't eaten a bunch of Colombian food in my life. I would imagine it's a different flair than Mexican.
And Encanto is extremely popular.
So popular.
So it's like that would make sense for them to do something like that.
Personally, I hate the movie, but
we hate the grandma.
The music is pretty good.
Yeah, the music's great.
The music's good. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the guy. He's everywhere, everything, all at once. The A24 film is what Lin-Manuel Miranda is. Let's talk about the stage show. So this is the marquee, the big thing that gets people drawn into seats in the Walt Disney Theater. So on the Treasure, you've got Moana, which was very good. Mm-hmm. They also have Beauty and the Beast, which we think is a better show.
Personally, yes.
Frozen. The Wish. I don't know why I think of Frozen and The Wish. The Wish has Little Mermaid, and then the Destiny has Hercules. Okay, let's talk about the Believe. Keep all this in mind, what we're talking about. This one, I'm not as confident in, I'm not going to lie, but the fact that they're leaning into classic stuff, classic Disney, I'm kind of leaning towards classic, and this is where we settled on Snow White.
Yes. Now, my memory goes back to, if for those who've been to Disneyland during this time, they used to have a stage show at the theater next to Toontown. I'm forgetting the theater name now.
Fantasyland
Theater. Snow White you see back there, and it was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's a long time ago.
It was very popular. People loved it. Again, classic Snow White. It literally was one of the big things for the Disney company.
Yeah.
The live action came out, that didn't do as well. But I'm like, when you think of classic, you think of those animated movies. So I'm like, when you think of Snow White, I think the hardest thing for us was where was that going to fit in? Because it seems random to put that in a room theme. We also saw this possibly being like a lounge idea because like you could do a lot of things with that.
Like a wishing well,
yeah,
really
wishing
pretty.
well, and like apples and like flowers.
I can also see, so Disney's really been leaning with these stage shows into puppetry. So they've got these giant elaborate puppets that they display. I'm not going to give it away if you haven't been on it, but very good stage production and kind of wow, right?
And I
factor.
feel like that type of show, like Snow White, seeing that on the cruise would be really fun because of how well they do with those type of Broadway style shows.
Well, my idea was number one, the music's iconic, but number two, I think, what if the seven dwarves were all like kind of some kind of puppet thing? I can totally see them being like really close to what they look like on the movies.
And then you have like the magic mirror and like the queen transforming, like all those elements that they've shown and proved that they know how to do well.
It'd make for a good show.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this pick. It's hard because usually they do like to attach it to like somewhat. Hercules is the exception though, a recent like IP.
I want to see that so bad.
I know.
I cannot wait.
Yeah. But I think this is classic. I think this is a good argument for Snow White. Let's move on to the next one. Lounges. All right. I'm realizing, let's talk about lounges, but I also am realizing that we think we're forgetting one. Let me tell you in a minute here. We have to think of a piano lounge. This is the one, Scat Cat's Lounge on the Treasure. You've got Nightingale. DeVille on the Destiny, and then Nightingales on the Wish. Thank you. A lot of names in my head. And then you've got the kind of main, I don't know what to call it. It's like it's a venue and also a bar and lounge in the middle. So this is the Bayou on the Wish. You've got
Skipper's
Society on the Treasure, and then the Sanctum on the Destiny.
Yes.
We got to think of that one as well. What the theme is, because they're all unique to the ships.
Right.
I'm also forgetting that there's like a Haunted Mansion parlor and Star Wars docking bay, whatever that's called, Star Wars whatever.
Well, we weren't sure though because Haunted Mansion was repeated.
Yeah, I think it's too good not to repeat. I think they'll just bring Haunted Mansion over. But then again, I can see
people ripping them for that and being like, "You're just gonna do it again." Hopefully, maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll get the Pirates.
Maybe
instead of Haunted Mansion.
Casting Canyon, that's on the Destiny as well, though.
But there's only one of those. There's already two Haunted Mansion lounges, right?
Maybe you're right.
So I mean, again, I would love for them to bring that over.
Yeah,
but
and we're also forgetting one of those. So we're just gonna guess a couple right now. There's only so much we can do. This would be a 45-minute episode if we let it. We just are gonna guess two of them. So the piano lounge and the main lounge/event center right in the middle of the ship. Number one, let's talk about the piano one. Inside Out. We
think this would be great. All the songs in there, they're just so beautiful. All can be done by piano. I mean, everything can be done by piano, but can you imagine hearing like the main theme or Riley's theme? Like that would just be so cool. And the decorations of all like the core memories in the room.
I think it'd be a very neat idea. The piano could be wacky and cool with the core memories like loaded up into it and stuff.
And like Bing Bong could be in there.
I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
This might be wishful thinking, but I think they can do a good job with a piano bar, Inside Out themed. And then finally for that main one in the middle of the ship, Tangled. I think this would be beautiful and just fitting. Yes. The first thing that came to mind when I did think of Tangled going in this space is if you have seen pictures or have been on the Treasure of Tiana's. No, not the Treasure. The Wish. The Wish has that. Wish. You know how there's like greenery and like flowers coming down? Can you imagine if it was like Tangled theme with those lanterns everywhere? And just, that would be so fun. I think it'd be beautiful. And the tower, you can do some kind of tower in the middle maybe. Yeah, because they do like, I feel like they like to do like the pretty stuff out in like that main area, especially for Skipper's Society. Like very, very well done. Yeah. Like beautiful. They really show out for that middle one. They're all very well done. Yeah, not to say that like the Haunted Mansion one isn't, because that one's over the top, but when you compare it to Scat Cats and Nightingales, you're kind of like, okay. Yeah. Very well done. But those are our guesses. Again, we're leaving a couple of lounges out there, but use your imagination. You can fill the blank in for those ones. All right, that brings us to our next segment here, the Stern character. This one's going to be the wacky guess, the one that probably doesn't make much sense because they don't usually show this in the teaser, and there doesn't feel like there's rhyme or reason as to why they're on the back of the ship, but we're going to give benefit of the doubt to Disney. They've got some ideas up their sleeves. We're going to throw in our idea, and I think Toy Story is fitting for a classic Pixar and Disney theme. It is how classic is that? It's the original Pixar movie. And you can go on and on and on about all the different things that it can be. But Absolutely. It's like right when I heard that, I'm like, can you imagine both of them being on the back? How fun. Yeah, so we didn't even say the people yet. Woody and Buzz. I think both of them on the back would be amazing. You can even throw the aliens back there. I don't know. I think there's so many ideas. But Woody and Buzz on the back of a cruise ship, I think is like, they deservedly so deserve representation outside, because all you can see right now of Toy Story is in the kids' clubs. Yeah. I have to admit, though, right when we saw the list of movies on the teaser that they released when they did Baymax, I was like, I could see him being on the back. Yeah. Like, that would be so, in his little red suit. That'd be awesome. Or him with like a little lollipop. Yeah. That'd be so fun. La la la. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that as well. Right? Total guess, but we're gonna believe get it? Well, remind me, the Stern characters, more often than not, is there one Stern character, or are there usually multiple? Because I'm thinking of Spider-Man and the Spider-Bots, Hugh, Dewey, and Louie. Yeah, it could be one or two, right?
Peter Pan and Captain Hook, but it seems like they're doing more instead of just having one character.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that like they wouldn't do Baymax because I don't think they're.
You can have Hero back there too.
But like it doesn't make.
Yeah, I don't know if they deserve a spot.
Right?
That was the argument too against Spider-Man was like, like it's all been classic characters up until Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man.
Well, it's a classic character, but he's like outside IP that like came in later. I don't know.
That's Tom Holland.
Okay, stop. I like to think it's Tobey Maguire on the back. Anyways, let's get into the room themes before we just talk ourselves into a corner here. We've got Monsters, Inc., Little Mermaid, Frozen, and Big Hero 6 as the main room themes on the Believe. I'm not super confident only because you can find Little Mermaid on the Disney Wish and they don't typically copy and paste to other in the same class.
I could see Little Mermaid being a lounge, like the piano lounge.
Oh,
yeah.
Or the other thing. Well, no,
because they have Triton, so it wouldn't be a dining thing.
True.
So, but I will say, right when I saw Monsters Inc., I don't even care where this is. This better be somewhere. I'm like, it's gonna be concierge. Watch.
We love Monsters Inc.
It's the first time we're booking concierge.
Yeah, 20 grand later.
Can you imagine walking in and seeing Mike and Sully?
That'd be
Are you
awesome.
serious?
Themselves? Just hanging out in my room?
Literally.
I love it.
Costumes and everything.
Yeah, so these are our guesses. I'm sorry if that was the most confusing episode to follow. There's so many different names and things floating up in the air that we had to somehow get out there. So those are our guesses. Let us know if you think we're on the money or if we're way off base, but we'd love to see these things made happen on the Believe.
Okay, before we wrap up, I have one question for you.
Yes.
If you had to pick one thing out of everything we just mentioned where you're like, this has to happen,
that's
what would
a
it be?
great one. I'm going to go...
I know mine.
I know mine. The Tangled lounge.
That's
for
right.
me.
You love Tangled.
I
I'm
love
not surprised.
Tangled.
Especially with the movie coming out, it makes sense that it's going to be a big thing.
Yeah, live action's going out.
And with the magic going away, we're going to be losing the Tangled restaurant.
And the show. Yeah.
So representation.
It needs a new home.
I would say having a Moana theme in character in the Grand Hall.
Okay.
I just think that would be...
Yeah. That'd be pretty fitting.
That would be can you imagine walking in? You feel like you're going to like Alani or something.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be very well done.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
And then Pua and Hey Hey. That would be so fun.
Yeah, they could be up in the front because Raja, how he's up next to the stage.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this is going to be the reality.
And then her like little, what's it called? The little necklace thing could be like the lamp.
Yeah, okay. I've also heard a very good argument that it might be Snow White for the main atrium because they're going to have Snow White in the wishing well as the statue, which is pretty cool.
Okay, I have to say.
I think it's kind of cool.
The Cinderella one, it gives me the creeps.
They need to work on princess
scary.
faces with these statues. It's terrifying.
Merida would have been fun too.
Oh, I love Merida. But they didn't show her. They didn't show Brave on them.
I know, but maybe they'll do it on the big reveal.
Maybe. We'll find out. Those are our guesses. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us over on Instagram and Threads at Market House Podcast. Make sure to follow us over there for pictures from the park and exciting news and announcements. Consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Both are a huge help to the show, and we would love for you to share the episode with a friend as well. So if you want to share a DCL episode, a Disneyland episode, Walt Disney World, whatever, go through the catalog and find one to share with a friend. We would so appreciate that. We also have a Patreon, markethousepodcast.com/support is where you can find out more information about that. We'd love to have you join us over there. Remember to use our Getaway Today link for your future trip bookings. Check out the episode details for that link and use code MarketHouse10 to save an additional $10 on your vacation. Join us next week for another episode. It's been fun. It's been grand. It's been filled with sick kids, Spider-Man, and Snow White. Bye.